You are a pirate of the drift. Your freedom was earned with a sacred oath. You swore it on the shattered hull of a prison transport. You swore it with the cold vacuum of space on your lips. Never again would you bend the knee. Never again would you serve the hegemony. Your ship, the Void Skimmer, is a testament to that promise. She is not a beauty. Her hull is a patchwork of a dozen different wrecks. Her engines spit and grumble like an old man. But she is yours. She is fast, and she is free. The drift is your home now. It is an endless ocean of unclaimed stars. It is a river of asteroids and forgotten stations. Here, empires die and new legends are born. Here, you are a captain. You are a master of your own fate, a ghost on the star lanes. Your oath echoes in the hum of the life support. It is a constant reminder. Freedom is not given. It must be taken, and it must be defended. Every single cycle. Your comms console chimes. The sound is an intruder. It is a clean, sterile tone you have not heard in years. It is a sound from your past life, a life in chains. A cold dread settles in your gut. You did not think they would ever find you out here. Across your main view screen, a symbol ignites. It is a crimson fist clenched around a broken star. The mark of the hegemony, the emblem of your old masters. Their message is not a hail or a warning. It is a sentence. The transmission is text only. Cold, impersonal, efficient. It lists your name. It lists your crimes against the state. Escaping servitude, illicit salvage, resisting authority. The list is impressively long. You feel a small flicker of pride. They have not forgotten you. They have not forgiven you. The message is a simple declaration of a crimson hunt. Your file, once buried, is now active. Your life of quiet defiance is over. The hegemony is coming for its property. The final line of the transmission burns into your mind. It is not a standard military assignment. It is not some forgotten patrol stumbling upon your trail. This is different. This is personal. They are sending a specialist, a name whispered in fear across the drift, a name that makes hardened pirates jettison their cargo, a name that means the end of all hope. Your blood runs cold. They have sent the Judicator. He is not a soldier. He is a hunter, a zealot. He believes in the hegemony's order with a terrifying purity. He sees pirates not as criminals, but as a disease, a plague to be purged from the star lanes. He does not command a simple fleet. He commands a legion of true believers. His ship, the righteous verdict, is a fortress. It is a blade of holy wrath, aimed at the heart of the drift. And now, that blade is aimed directly at you. Of course they sent him. They never send the fun ones. Your ship's companion, AI, speaks. Its voice is a calm series of synthesized tones. Probability of survival against a Judicator-class vessel is less than 1%. You look at the crimson symbol still glowing on your screen. Thanks for that, Echo 9. I'll keep it in mind. You cannot fight. You cannot hide. Not for long. The Judicator is relentless. He will follow you to the edge of the galaxy. He will burn every asteroid and outpost to find you. Panic is a luxury you cannot afford. You force it down. You need a plan. Your fingers dance across the navigation console. You pull up star charts of the outer arms. You search for a place a fleet cannot easily go. A place where sensors fail. A place where legends say ships simply disappear. Your eyes lock on a swirl of violent color. A place even pirates fear. The Ghost Nebula. It is a cosmic storm of radiation and gravimetric shears. A star-wrought graveyard for ships foolish enough to enter. Flying into it is a death sentence. But it is your only hope. The Judicator expects you to run along established lanes. He will set traps. He will predict your every move. He is a master strategist, but he thinks in terms of order and logic. He will not expect you to choose pure chaos. He will not expect you to choose a place from which no one returns. The nebula promises a slim chance. Its strange energies could hide you. Its hazards could destroy your pursuers, or it could tear your little ship apart. It is a desperate gamble, the only kind you have left. You set the course. The void skimmer turns toward the shimmering ghost. Your ship is fast, but it is not enough. The void skimmer is a scout, a smuggler. It is a ship designed to run from a fight, not win one. The Judicator's forces will be vast. You cannot face them alone, even within the nebula. You need allies. You need the scattered fleets of the free, the other pirates, the renegades, the forgotten colonists of the drift. They all hate the hegemony, but they hate each other almost as much. Uniting them seems impossible. Still, you have to try. You open a secure channel, a dark net frequency known only to the most wanted, a digital graveyard of bad deals and worse poetry. You craft a message, not a plea for help, a call to arms, a reminder of the freedom the hegemony wants to crush. You send the message into the void. You speak of the Judicator. You speak of his crusade to burn the drift to ashes. You invoke the shared hatred of the Crimson Fist. You offer them a chance to fight back, to make a stand at the Ghost Nebula. You sign it with your name, a name now famous for all the wrong reasons. It is a spark thrown into darkness. It might ignite a fire, or it might simply gutter out. Worse, the Judicator could intercept it. He would know your destination. He would know your plan. But it is a risk you must take. Freedom requires allies. The wait for a reply is agonizing. Your ship glides silently through the black. The only sound is the thrum of the engines and the frantic beating of your own heart. Days pass. Nothing. Your hope begins to fade. Maybe no one is listening. Maybe no one cares. Then, a flicker on the long-range scanner. Not a reply to your message. Something else. It is a cluster of contacts. They appear from behind a barren moon. Their engine signatures are hegemony military. Clean, efficient, and perfectly synchronized. They are too close. They found you. The Judicator's vanguard. He must have anticipated your path. He bracketed your escape route with his hunting packs. You flew right into their jaws. The trap springs shut. Crimson lances of energy streak across the void. Your ship screams as the first shots hit. Shields flare, buckling under the assault. Alarms blare across the bridge. Echo 9 speaks, its voice tight with urgency. Shields at 70%. Multiple hull breaches on the aft deck. They are targeting our engines. You grab the controls, your knuckles white. Get me everything the engines have, Echo 9. You throw the void skimmer into a desperate dive. You weave through a field of stellar ice. Chunks of frozen methane the size of mountains. You use them for cover. Laser fire vaporizes the ice around you. Shards of it pepper your hull. Another direct hit rocks the ship. The lights flicker and die. They come back on a moment later, dim and red. Emergency power. Shields down. Main engines are offline. Echo 9 reports. You are a sitting duck. The hegemony ships close in. They move with cold, predatory grace. They are preparing for a final volley. Or worse, a boarding action. A return to chains. Your oath flashes in your mind. Never again. You divert all remaining power to the maneuvering thrusters. It is a wild idea. A stupid one. But it is all you have left. The void skimmer lurches. It does not fly forward. It spins. You use the thrusters to turn your ship into an unpredictable top. The hegemony pilots are professionals. They expect straight lines and clean arcs. They do not expect a madman spinning through an ice field. Their precise targeting fails. Their shots go wide. It buys you a few precious seconds, enough to try something even crazier. You reroute the emergency power, not to the shields, not to the engines. You send it to the cargo bay magnetic clamps, the ones holding a few dozen seismic charges, a little something you picked up from a failed mining venture. You always knew they would come in handy. Echo 9, release the cargo. The clamps disengage. The seismic charges drift out into space. They spin slowly behind your crippled ship, directly into the path of the approaching vanguard. The hegemony pilots hesitate. It is an unexpected move. That hesitation costs them. You trigger the detonators, all of them. There is no sound in the vacuum of space. But you see the flash. A silent, brilliant star is born in the ice field. The seismic shock wave expands. It rips through the hegemony ships. It shatters their formation. It throws them into chaos. It is your chance. The shock wave hits your ship too. But you were ready for it. The blast throws the void skimmer forward, like a stone skipped across a pond. The emergency power kicks the main engines back to life. They sputter and roar. You are moving again. You do not look back. You push your wounded ship to its absolute limit. You flee into the darkness. You have escaped. But not without cost. Your ship is broken. Your supplies are low. And the Judicator now knows exactly where you are going. The first blood has been drawn. The hunt has truly begun. The Ghost Nebula looms ahead. It is no longer just a promise of sanctuary. It is a shimmering, beautiful tomb. You limp toward it. Your freedom feels more fragile than ever. A tiny flicker against a coming storm. Your entry into the nebula is not graceful. It is a controlled crash. The void skimmer shudders violently. Gravimetric tides pull at your hull. Strange energies wash over your sensors, blinding them. The view screen is a kaleidoscope of impossible colors. It is like flying through the dream of a mad god. Ribbons of purple gas wrap around columns of green light. Starfire arcs between clouds of shimmering dust. It is beautiful. And it is trying to tear you apart piece by piece. Metal groans in protest. Echo 9's voice is strained. Its calm tones are gone. Hull integrity is failing. Multiple systems are shorting out. The star science of this region is illogical. That was the AI equivalent of a scream. You almost felt bad for it. Almost. You fight the controls. Every instinct screams to turn back, to flee into the clean, predictable dark. But out there, the Judicator waits. In here, there is a chance. You push deeper into the swirling chaos. You navigate by gut feeling and pure luck. Hours turn into cycles. The nebula is a relentless storm. It never ceases its assault. Your ship is dying around you. You are losing systems one by one. Life support is unstable. The navigation console is a mess of static. You are flying blind in a graveyard. And you are not alone. You start seeing them. The ghosts of the nebula. The wrecks of other ships. They drift in the currents of gas. Some are ancient explorers. Others are pirate vessels that sought refuge just like you. All of them are dark and silent. Their hulls are torn open like rotten fruit. It is a warning. A gallery of failures. Each wreck is a testament to the nebula's power. You wonder if your void skimmer will soon join them. A small addition to this star-wrought collection of tombs. It's a grim thought. But you have no other choice but to press on. Then you see it. Something different. Not just another wreck. It is huge. Larger than any ship you have ever seen. It rests in a calm pocket of the nebula, a small island of tranquility in the storm. It is ancient. Its design is unlike anything in the modern galaxy. Its hull is not the sleek alloy of the hegemony. It is thick. It is angular. It is brutal. The design is stark, built for war, not for show. There are markings on the side, faded by time and radiation. But you can still make them out. You recognize the language. It is Old Terran, the tongue of ancient humanity. Echo 9 sensors, though damaged, flicker to life. Signal analysis indicates a dormant power core of immense capacity. The vessel's classification is unknown. It predates all known records. You stare in awe. This is not just a ship. It is a relic, a titan from a forgotten age. You have stumbled upon a ghost of a different kind, a warship from humanity's long-lost golden era, a time before the hegemony, a time when humans did not serve, they ruled. You guide the failing void skimmer closer. You drift into the shadow of the sleeping giant. This is more than a hiding place. This could be a weapon. This could be salvation. Docking with the ancient warship is a delicate process. The void skimmer is a gnat next to this colossus. You find a breach in its hull, a massive hangar bay. The doors were blasted open centuries ago. You guide your ship inside. The moment you cross the threshold, the nebula's storm subsides. It is quiet. Still. The inside of the hangar is a cavern of metal. Dust motes dance in the beam of your forward lights. Smaller, derelict ships rest in their cradles. They look like fighters, skeletons of forgotten power. The air is thin but breathable, recycled by automated systems still clinging to life. You leave the void skimmer and step onto the hangar deck. Your boots echo in the immense silence. This ship is a tomb, but it does not feel dead. There is a presence here, a faint hum in the deck plates, a feeling of immense, sleeping power. You make your way to the bridge. It is a journey through dark, cavernous corridors. Emergency lights flicker, casting long shadows. You pass crew quarters with personal effects left behind. You see mess halls with plates still on the tables. The crew did not abandon this ship. They vanished. The bridge is a cathedral of technology. View screens wrap around the command chair. Consoles are dark but intact. And at the center of it all, a single terminal glows with a soft blue light. It is the heart of the ship, the interface for its machine spirit. You approach it cautiously. As your hand gets close, text appears on the screen. It is in Old Terran. Identity required. State your purpose. Echo 9, communicating through your personal datapad, translates for you. This ancient AI is more formal than you expected. You try to interface with it, to bypass its security. But it is like trying to push through a mountain. The ship's defenses are ancient, but they are powerful. The AI resists you. It demands to know who you are and what you want with its vessel, the vengeance. A new message appears on the screen. This vessel is bound by the old oaths. It serves only those who share the blood and the will. To awaken the Titan, a new oath must be sworn. A new price must be paid. You stare at the words. The ship is not just dormant. It is waiting. The price, the AI explains, is a sacrifice, not of life, of memory. The ship's spirit needs a new captain. It needs to understand its new purpose. It will form a bond with you, a direct neural link. It will take your memories of the hegemony, your pain, your anger, your desire for freedom. It will make them its own. But this bond is permanent. You will be tied to this ghost. Its power will be yours. But its fate will be yours as well. And awakening it will send a flare of energy through the nebula, a beacon that will scream your location to the Judicator. You will be trading your hiding place for a sword. You're out of time. Your comms crackle to life with a new signal. Not a friendly one. It is a hegemony channel. Encrypted, but Echo 9 manages to break it. You hear the calm, chilling voice of the Judicator himself. He is speaking to his fleet. She has entered the nebula. As predicted, she thinks she has found a sanctuary. His voice is laced with cold amusement. She has only found her cage. Deploy the gravitic nets at all exit points. Seal the storm. Nothing gets out. A cold dread washes over you. You look at the star chart. Red icons appear at the edges of the ghost nebula, dozens of them. The Judicator has not followed you in. He has surrounded the nebula. He turned your sanctuary into a trap. He is waiting for you to be torn apart by the storm, or to crawl out, broken and ready to surrender. He is a master strategist indeed. He outplayed you completely. There is no escape. The void skimmer is too damaged to survive the nebula for much longer. And outside, a fleet of zealots waits to greet you. Your gamble has failed. You look back at the glowing terminal on the ancient bridge. The price of a ghost, the sacrifice of memory, the promise of power. It is no longer a choice between fighting and running. It is a choice between two kinds of death. A quick one in the storm, or a defiant one at the helm of a legend. Your oath echoes in your mind, never again. You place your hand on the cool glass of the terminal. I accept, you say. The words feel heavy, final. You are making a new oath, not just to be free, but to be vengeance. The terminal glows brighter. A wave of energy washes over you. It is not painful. It is intimate. The machine spirit of the vengeance reaches into your mind. It sifts through your life. It feels your years in the hegemony's mines. It sees your escape. It understands your hatred, your desperate need to be free. In return, it shows you its own past. You see flashes of ancient battles, stars dying, worlds burning. You feel the iron will of its last captain. You feel the sorrow of its long, lonely vigil. The ship is not just metal and wires. It is a living memory, a sleeping god of war. Then the power surges. It flows from the ship's core, through the deck plates, into the soles of your feet. It ignites your nerves. It feels like your very soul is being filled with starfire. The bridge of the vengeance comes to life around you. Consoles light up. View screens flicker on. The low hum becomes a powerful, steady roar. You are no longer just a pirate in a dead ship. You are the captain of the vengeance. The ship's power is your power. Its knowledge is your knowledge. You feel its weapon systems online. You feel its immense shield generators humming with energy. You feel its engines, ready to burn with the fury of a sun. You are one with the Titan. And through its ancient sensors, you can see the nebula in a new way. Not as a chaotic storm, but as a complex, shifting landscape. You see the gravitic currents, the pockets of radiation, the safe passages. The nebula is no longer a prison. It is your hunting ground. On the main view screen, you see the Judicator's fleet. They maintain their perfect, orderly cordon, waiting patiently for you to die. A grim smile touches your lips. The hunter has become the hunted. It is time for a new kind of dance, a dance of shadows and starfire. You reach out with the ship's senses. The Vengeance was built for this. It can manipulate gravimetric fields on a local level, a trick of star science long lost to the modern age. You find a current in the nebula, a river of dense energy. You give it a little push, the current shifts, it accelerates. It becomes a battering ram of radiation and stellar debris. It slams into a section of the Judicator's cordon. 3 of his frigates are hit without warning. Their shields flare and collapse. Their hulls are torn apart by the storm you now command. They vanish from the chart. Panic erupts on the hegemony comms channel. They are blind. They are being attacked by the nebula itself. The Judicator's calm voice returns, laced with fury. Hold formation. It is a natural phenomenon. Do not break the cordon. He is arrogant. He cannot conceive that you are the one fighting back. You smile. This is just the beginning. You use the vengeance to stir the nebula like a pot. You create phantom energy signals, ghostly sensor readings of a fleet that isn't there. You send his ships chasing shadows, wasting their fuel, fraying their nerves. You are a ghost in the machine, a whisper in the storm. You never show yourself. You use the nebula as your weapon. One by one, you pick off his vanguard ships. You lure them into gravimetric traps. You blast them with focused radiation from behind curtains of gas. The vengeance moves through the chaos like a phantom. Untouchable, unseen, the Judicator grows desperate. His perfect trap has become a meat grinder. He orders his fleet to collapse inward, to sweep the nebula, to flush you out. It is a foolish move. It is exactly what you want. He is bringing his ships into your domain. Now, the real battle begins. It is time to show him the face of his new enemy. You let the vengeance drift into a clear pocket of space. You power up the main weapons. The sound resonates through your bones, a song of ancient, terrible power. You send a single, clear message on an open channel. Judicator, you came to hunt a pirate. You found a god instead. Then, you open fire. Beams of pure, white-hot energy lance out from the vengeance. They are faster and more powerful than any hegemony weapon. They strike the lead cruiser of the Judicator's fleet. Its shields do not even flicker. They shatter. The beam punches through the ship from bow to stern. The cruiser explodes in a silent, brilliant flash. The shockwave sends the other hegemony ships reeling. For the first time, they see you, the ancient, brutal warship hanging in the void, and they are afraid. Your small fleet of allies arrives, drawn by your call to arms and the news of the Judicator's trap. A dozen pirate ships, ragged and mismatched. They pour out of the nebula behind you. They are emboldened by your stand, by the sight of the legendary vengeance. The free folk of the drift have answered. The final battle begins. Your small, defiant fleet against the wrath of the hegemony. The odds are impossible, but you have a Titan at your command, and you have an oath to uphold. The darkness of the nebula ignites with the fire of a war for freedom itself. The Judicator's flagship, the righteous verdict, pushes through the chaos. It is a monster of a ship. It shrugs off fire from your allied pirates. Its guns blaze, tearing through their smaller vessels. He is ignoring them. He is coming only for you. This is personal. Your ships meet in the eye of the storm. The ancient Titan against the modern fortress. It is a duel of legends. Beams of energy cross the void. Explosions rock your bridge. Even the vengeance groans under the assault. The Judicator is a skilled opponent. His will is as strong as his ship's armor. He opens a direct channel. His face appears on your view screen. It is a mask of cold fury and absolute conviction. Heretic, he spits. You pilot a ghost of a failed age, an echo of chaos. Order will be restored. Your freedom is an illusion. You look at his face, at the zealot who would burn a galaxy to enforce his peace. My freedom is not an illusion, you reply. Your voice is calm. It is amplified by the power of the vengeance. It is an oath. and my oath is sharper than your cannons. You unleash the full power of the vengeance. You do not just fire its weapons. You use its gravimetric drive. You warp the space around his ship. You twist it. You bend it. It is a feat of star science he cannot comprehend. The righteous verdict shudders. Its systems fail. Its perfect order collapses into chaos. You fire one last time. The main cannon of the vengeance discharges. The beam of light strikes the Judicator's bridge. The screen goes dark. The righteous verdict drifts, silent and broken. Its heart has been ripped out. The rest of his fleet sees it. Their will breaks. They turn. They flee. You have won. The nebula is quiet once more. Your allied fleet surrounds you, their lights blinking in celebration. You look at the drifting wreck of the Judicator's flagship. You have faced the hegemony's greatest hunter and survived. You have upheld your oath. But as you look out at the stars beyond the nebula, you know this is not the end. You have done more than win a battle. You have shown the drift that the hegemony can be beaten. You have awakened a legend. You have gathered the scattered tribes of the free. Your message of defiance has been answered. You are no longer just a pirate. You are no longer just a survivor. You are a symbol. You are the commander of the vengeance. You are hope. And your victory today has not ended a hunt. It has just begun a war for the stars themselves.